Welcome back one more time. At this point of the game, we can set a timer. And to do so, I'm going to add another thing to our game class, which is a timer. Inside this my flame game class, I'm going to declare another class member variable, which is a timer. So let's say let timer. So we will have a component called timer, and let's name it as timer. And also I'm going to declare a variable like integer remaining time. So remaining time, let's say it is initially 60. You can put any number you want. So I am willing to play for 1 minute or 60 seconds. And I have to initialize this timer, this object. I can initialize it inside this onload method. Let me remove these lines that are not used right now. Okay. So after we add this text component or score component, after that, I am going to initialize the timer. That would be timer, this one. And we have to provide a value, a limit. So if I say 1, that means the timer will tick in every 1 second. And we can provide other properties like auto start, whether the timer will start automatically or not whenever we start the game. But I don't, okay, initially, let's say it is true, or I guess it is true by default. If I see the arguments, so you see that auto start is true by default. But at some point, in a moment, I will turn it to false. So let me provide true at this point. And also we need to repeat this timer. After every second, we need to repeat this timer. So repeat will be true. And a very important argument, which is a function, is on tick. So in every second, this function will be called. And inside this function, what we are going to do is we are going to reduce the this time or remaining time. Okay. So let's say our remaining time minus. So in every second, the remaining time will be decreased by 1. And also we need to check a condition whether that remaining time is 0 or less than 0, because whenever it is 0 or reaches to 0, then we need to stop this timer. Okay, we need to stop this timer. The timer will start automatically when we load the game, and we need to stop it manually. So we can check if the remaining time equals 0, then we should do something. We should stop the game. We can stop the timer. We can simply do this timer.stop, or maybe what you can do is we can create a method called finish game. Okay, and we have to create this method. All enter, create method finish game, and inside finish game method, the first thing we need to do is we need to stop the timer. Okay, so we must say timer dot stop. And at the same time, when the timer is stopped, at the same time we need to stop the ball spawning. You know, we have a ball spawner, we have a spawn component which is spawning or generating the balls in every second. And it is also the timer. There is a built-in timer inside every spawn component, and the timer is started as soon as this ball spawner is added to the game. So what we need to do is when the game is finished, we need to stop the ball spawner as well, or the timer of the ball spawner as well. So let me write ball spawner. We have a timer, built-in timer for ball spawner, and we need to stop it as well. Okay. So now if I hit restart and start the game, okay, one thing that the timer is, I think, ticking, but we can't see the like the remaining time. We must have to show the time to our user. And to do so, we have to declare another perhaps text component. So I'm duplicating this line, and let's say it is remaining time text component. And also we have to initialize this. So after we have initialized the score text component, I'm simply going to copy this block and paste. And this time that would be remaining time text component. That would be a text component. And here we want to show the remaining time. And we can simply do so by saying remaining time, and also after the remaining time we can show the unit of time, I mean second. So let's say S. Okay, I need to wrap this variable inside a bracket and then S. Okay, and the anchor for this remaining time text component should be, okay, I am planning to put this timer or time remaining time text component at the center of the screen, at the top center of the screen, with enlarged font size so that our user can always track the time. So that anchor should be the center, and the position should be X by 2 and maybe like 40. And also we need to provide a style. We need to provide like a style for this text. For example, text renderer, that will be a text paint object, text paint, and here we need to provide a text style. Sorry, the style would be a text style of material.dirt, and here let's say the font size is a bit big, like 50, and the position is at the center width of the screen, and from top that would be 40 pixel from the top. Okay, and now if I hit save and see our game screen, you see now we have a timer, but it is not decreasing. The time is not decreasing. Why is that? Because we need to update also the text of this text component, and maybe I need to change the color for this text component. So color, I mean here, so color could be white. And also we need to find our update method, and just like we updated the text of the score text component, we need to update the remaining time text component dot text. That would be the say this one. Okay, this one. And now if I refresh, now we are able to see the timer, but it's still not decreasing, or the time is not changing. So why is that? The thing is, we need to do one more thing when we use the timer, and the thing is, just like we update the text of any text component inside the update method, we also update the timer as well. So this is the very important thing that I just missed. I apologize for that deeply. So what we need to do is we need to say timer, and then we call the update method, and we need to pass the data time. And I'm pretty sure this time the timer will work. So let me restart this game one more time. And now you see the timer is ticking. Okay. And we are now crushing the balls, gathering the points, and we have to play for 60 seconds. Okay, let me just reduce the number of remaining time. Let's say it is 10 seconds. Okay, let me say this 10 seconds, and now I'm restarting the game. So 10, and let's crush as many balls as we can. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now you see the timer has been stopped, but the game hasn't. We can still play, right? We can still play. So at least we have now set a game time so that we have to finish the game within this time period. So now in the next lecture, what I'm going to do is I am going to provide something, or I'm going to do something so that after the game has been finished, our user will not be able to play anymore. What if we simply vanish, or make this component vanish, so that there will be nothing to crash the balls? Okay, so let's do it in the next lecture.